Alrighty, Shalom Akim. Just a quick update going into Revelation 13 and 15. So over here in my neck of the woods, Canada, Canada is bringing something called a social credit system. The same social credit system that you're witnessing in China, which that was fully implemented back in the year 2020, I believe, and it was made mandatory for every citizen. That's what's coming here, and this is a very serious thing. So I suggest, if you don't really understand the Chinese social credit system, I suggest you Google it and check it out for yourself. Go on YouTube and see what it's about. And it's very tyrannical. So that same system is going to be implemented over here. All right. So now, before I get started, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwam Yashala and Abad Babal. So this is from naturalnews.com. I'll post a link in the description during post-production. And it says, Canada rolling out social credit system, citizens' bank accounts linked to obedience scores. So I have something now. Now open banking is going to be linked with a social credit system. And you're seeing that even in the US too. They have a company called FICO, FICO. And yeah, so they go with they use what's it called? I forgot the word. I just forgot it. Crap, I just forgot it. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a data analytics company. Okay, and it's focused on credit scoring services. I believe it was founded by Bill Fair and a guy named Earl Isaacs. Right, so they have their own companies that are set up, or corporations that are set up to monitor credit scoring. Okay, so I don't know which company they're going to use here. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to bring forth a system. I don't know who will be responsible, but that's one of the corporations in the United States that's responsible for managing credit scores. I don't know. I just thought I'd mention that. So yeah. So anyways, let me go into the article, and then I'm going to get some precepts. So it says here, our neighbors to the north are implementing a new system called open banking that will link citizens' bank accounts to a new social credit scoring system. In the aftermath of the trucker convoy and other noteworthy protests against the C-19 pandemic tyranny in Canada, the Justin Trudeau regime is radicalizing the nation's banking system to make it much harder for citizens to express their voices against political corruption. Yeah, and you know, this goes hand in hand with the bills that Justin Trudeau is passing as well. You know, those bills go hand in hand with the whole social credit system. I believe it does, because it's tyrannical. As of late, he just passed a bill. I believe it's called Bill C-367, which you can be potentially incarcerated for expressing faith-based opinions or beliefs. Or you can get arrested for quoting the Bible or other religious books. So now, if you're out in the highways and byways, and you get if it's made law, obviously, if it's turned into a law, if you're out in the highways and byways and you're teaching out of the scriptures, you can get arrested for that. And once you get arrested for that, your social credit score goes down. So these things go hand in hand. You know, these things go hand in hand. I believe it does. It's not a coincidence that all these things are coming out at the same time, right? So anyways, it says here, it says banking systems to make it much harder for citizens to express their voices against political corruption. Proponents of the social credit score linked banking paradigm say it will make Canadian banks more inclusive, allowing them to easily access user data on demand while being able to share information with one another. A World Bank partner called Open Banking Excellence, OBE, which originated in the United Kingdom, is proudly boasting right now that it will incorporate social credit scores with people's banking information in Canada. Canadians will likely receive digital cash and identification in a convenient, all-in-one and inclusive place. So it all goes together, and that's why I said this. That's why I'm going to bring out Revelation 13 and 15 on down, because it all ties in. It's all linked with the prophecy that's found in Revelation 13. Okay, so now this social credit system, I just want to mention that once this system is implemented, every citizen will be rewarded or punished on the basis of their government approved behavior. Okay, so that's how it's going to be implemented. They're going to make the rules. Okay, that that uh, that what's it called? Dictate your social credit score. So you're going to have to do certain things to get your social credit score up. So if you're teaching the Bible, your social credit score will go down, right? I guarantee a lot of those things are happening. That's what's happening in China. If you do certain things like jaywalk, do little petty things, man, your social credit score goes down. And then now you don't have access to certain privileges or services. And that's very tyrannical. And that's why I'm going to read Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, Salakia. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Hey, man, that's going to make a lot of people mourn. And we know that the wicked are in power because they're coming out with a system like this that creates a more centralized government. It takes away power from you, and it gives them more power over you. They control every facet of your life, but right, by bringing forth a social credit system, and a cashless society. Right, so they can turn it on and off whenever they want, and you have to follow their rules. Okay, so that means going up against your spiritual beliefs. Right. So hey, that's just one thing I'm bringing out. There's other things I can bring out, but I won't do that. The video will be too long. So when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, and the people aren't rejoicing right now on this earth, especially in China, especially when that system was implemented. People aren't rejoicing about that. Hell, people aren't rejoicing right now. A lot of people are fighting against this system because it's hard already. People are struggling to pay their mortgage. People are struggling to pay their rent. People are struggling to buy food. The standard of living is going up exponentially all the time. Things are not even just going up by 50 cents or 25, 50 cents anymore. It's going up by like $5. It's serious. It's serious. So the people are definitely mourning, and the wicked, they're ruling. And that's pursuant to Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And this is set up because it's all prophecy. It's all prophecy. The Lord, he set this up. So it says Canadians will likely receive digital cash and identification in a convenient, all-in-one and inclusive place. That's right. So what does that remind you of? Revelation 13. Matter of fact, I'll get that, but I'll read on a little bit more, and then I'll get that precept. So it says here, it's about having that fairer, more inclusive, more open society, said OBE founder Helen Child, making sure to use all the popular buzzwords to make her project sound like a dream come true for the world. Yeah, and that's what they do. They make it sound like it's good. They make it sound like it's going to help you. The miracles of Satan, that's what Satan does. Miracles of Satan, and he uses that smooth speech, and he portrays himself as an angel of light, like he's doing something special for you, when really he's trying to kill you. So let me get Revelation 13, and I believe Slovakia 13 and 15. Oh, okay, passed it. Salak. So this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. That's right. So now I want to go into that word worship. Right? That word worship really goes into obey. Right? That's what I really want to get into. Okay, obey. If you don't conform to the Romanized way of doing things, if you don't conform to this Romanized beast system, then you're going to be punished. So that word worship really just means to obey, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to obey. Now here we go. Let me get worship. See if I can find it here. Okay. Well, it's up further. See here. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Okay. Okay, so here we go. This is it. Worship. Proskino in the Greek. So that's G4314, I believe. Okay, and it says here to kiss the hand too, one in token of reverence. Okay, reverence. Among the Orientals, the Persians, to fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead as an expression of profound reverence. Okay, so you got to obey and obey and worship, man. Pay homage. So in the New Testament, by kneeling or prostration, to do homage or make obeisance, whether in order to express respect or to make supplication. So isn't that what the article is really going into? Okay, so Canada rolling out social credit system, citizens' bank accounts linked to obedience scores. Okay, so worshiping the beast. This all ties into worshiping the beast system, the Romanized way of doing things. Okay, who's in charge of the beast? America. So obeisance is really just means to obey. Okay, that's what it really is going into. So this is really just set up to get you to worship and obey the beast system. Spiritual demon Satan. That's all that this is set up for. So it goes hand in hand. All right. So that's why I brought out Revelation 13 and 15. All right. So if you go up against this system and you don't worship it, you're going to be killed. You're going to become a target. And that starts with the men of the Lord first and foremost. Okay, you're going to be a target. They're going to come after you. First and foremost, the men of the Lord, and anybody else after. Okay. So verse 16, and he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. Right? Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So the inability to buy or sell isn't based on a financial score, but it's based on a social credit score. So the failure to receive the mark. Okay. So if you don't conform to the system and you don't receive their mark, he won't be able to buy and sell. Okay. And then guess what? If you don't take the mark, your social credit score is going to go low, or you might not have one at all, or you're going to become an outcast. All right. So what we're seeing, man, with the World Economic Forum and these different organizations, shows you how they're bringing this in. and how they're going to monitor you, right? So yeah, man, it's very serious, So I'm thinking, if this, just like in China, if this system is implemented, my guess is that, they'll start with a carbon allowance and then move on to rationing or consumption, the consumption of other things such as like clothing, dairy, meats, food, etc. And if your score is too low, then you'll be on starvation rations, right? And pretty much, man, all you political dissenters, you people that come up against us, you guys are gonna starve to death. And really, the men of the Lord, you fall into that category because you're seen as a political dissenter. And guess what? The men of the Lord is gonna have to be with you, right? So, and that's what you saw took place in Canada, going back into 2020 with the whole trucker convoy. Didn't they do that? Didn't they label you as a political dissenter? And that's why they froze your bank accounts. And that's why the article mentioned that. Right. So when that MOTB comes in, they're going to start a carbon allowance. And that's what Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum was talking about. Talking about monitoring your carbon footprint, right? So hey, that they're telling you. So when that MOTB becomes mandatory, they're gonna monitor. They're gonna start with a carbon allowance probably, and then they're gonna move on to rationing the consumption of other things, and the stuff that I just listed before. And if your score is too low, if you're a bad citizen in their eyes, and guess what? You're gonna starve or be put to death. Who knows? So yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring this out real quick. So with that, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. To USA Shalom, and Shalom to the whole elect. Shalom.